morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there is I think the point that we were just talking about. Welcome everyone out there to You've Got a Thing.
Yay.
An interview thing about Milwaukee theater things. My name is Jaimelyn Gray. I am first and foremost outside of a mom and a wife, the artistic director of the Constructivists and president and co-founder and whatnot and producer of this program for the Milwaukee Theater Alliance.
I'm Jill Anna Ponasik, artistic director of Milwaukee Opera Theatre and proud member of the Theater Alliance.
And a co-creator of this program.
Accidentally, yes. No, you give me way too... I was hoping for a spit take. I tried to time that just so. You give me too much credit, Jaimelyn. I think we both responded to a perceived community need for a place to talk about theater and learn about theater, but you've done all the hard work.
Because I'm nuts.
Yeah.
Because I'm nuts. No, and I am let me just be honest about this, super angry about the lack of arts coverage.
Yes.
Just truthfully. And then secondarily, just very passionate about theater in general. And I just wish more people would watch it. And so, you know, again, getting back to that, like what you just said about sort of filling the void.
Yeah. One of the best things we can do with our anger is funnel it toward change. Otherwise, it will eat us up.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to do. Do you want to see what we looked like back in October?
Maybe. Are you going to show it? Regardless of how I answer, are you still going to show it?
Probably. So let me just, that's what we look like. We haven't changed much. If you've noticed here,
I am wearing a different sweatshirt.
I'm wearing a different black shirt. I have my hair pulled back differently.
Uh-huh.
So, and your glasses are different.
Yeah. I still have the same things on the bulletin board, like the same things I intend to do with my life.
Yeah. So, point is, we've changed that. I definitely have more gray hair. I have looked at it. This pandemic has brought in the gray. I was doing pretty well there for a hot second, traditionally from, you know, where I think of my grandmother and how my grandmother was, and I was doing pretty well, but nope.
I've crossed the point of no return. Just ignore mirrors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is technically from where we started that so long ago in October of 2020. This is technically the 31st episode. Except for I think we took off Christmas or something like that. Except for when and that's 31 out of 52 weeks of the year. I mean, I think that's pretty good.
I think that's something of an accomplishment, Jaimelyn.
I think that's a pretty decent accomplishment there. So I was gonna try and get together like all the stats and all the this and the that and how much programming we went through and all of that, and
that is something that you can do on your summer vacation.
That is absolutely yeah. But I also thought, yeah, that's what shows have interns for. Isn't it? Isn't that part of the intern responsibilities? Like you just get to say, hey, can you give me all the stats on the past 30 episodes and how many theater companies and how many shows and how many this and how many that?
Every time a theater friend mentions interns, I flash back to the Slings and Arrows intern episodes where like the company manager is just crying to please not restart the intern program because because it's so hard to get anything done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Zach says, looks like change the color film filter. Yes. Oh yeah, I mean, I changed the background because I was trying to be all like bright and sunshiny for the new year. So I was like, I'm gonna do yellow. I'm gonna do something bright, and because it's a new year and we're gonna get rid of COVID and like all that hopeful shit we do at the beginning of a year. And now I just feel like this color is laughing at me.
Oh, stop. We should talk about theater.
We should talk about theater. I mean, the biggest thing that sticks out to me, obviously, is how quickly everybody pivoted and we forged ahead. Like that was like, okay.
I think that's remarkable. And also I am eager to acknowledge how many events we have to talk about today, because so many organizations have survived and are ready to thrive,
Yeah. I mean, we're both sort of on a tight schedule today. And so we're like, we got to talk really fast and get through it. So I said, we've got a lot of events today. And so Jill Anna was all, how long can we actually like just talk for? And I'm like, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Which we're already at 7. So, yeah. So we're doing well here. I mean, I just want to applaud all the companies of the Theater Alliance with all their programming that continued. First of all, and again, all you need to do is go to MilwaukeeTheaterAlliance.org, and all of our companies are listed there, and you can research all the amazing things that we've done in the pandemic, because it's really a marvel. It really is something else.
I think there was no shortage of creativity and chutzpah community-wide, and taken together, the accomplishments of the Theater Alliance organizations are pretty spectacular. Like, it's a lot. And the Alliance itself, I think, made great use of a pandemic year to not just develop You Got a Thing, but to grow the organizations that are part of the Alliance. And most importantly, to complete so much work on the Milwaukee Theater Standards in such a collective and comprehensive way. Like that is a massive accomplishment. And an incredible example of the efficient use of collective energy to develop something that can be truly useful to everybody. That, like, what a waste if we all do this on our own, and how marvelous if we come together to do it for all of us.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know out there, we back when the Theater Alliance started, I had brought up this notion of the Not in Our House committee out of Chicago, who created this Chicago Theater Standards. And it was this document that was put together to, predominantly in Chicago, stop sexual harassment and abuse that was really prevalent out of the Chicago community. When we started working on it, it was right after the George Floyd murder, and it took off in a different direction for what Milwaukee needed and what the world needs right now. And so it's this document that's really become a social justice minded document. And I always, what rings in my head, Jill Anna, is how you say dignity, it's just one of those words that rings in my head about how we work so hard for so little, and all we want is a little respect and dignity and just and joy, and it's hard to feel joy when there are toxic environments. And so it's really about, I mean, I like to say that my tagline for it is "Don't be a dick." It's really just it's a mindfulness and real movement forward as far as equity and equality and all those things are concerned. But it's, we've been working on it now since June of last year. We just had a reworking session last night. And for 4 hours this week, we've only gotten through 13 pages from all the suggestions from the open forums that we had. And then to really start implementing those, it's gonna take a minute. But we want to get those done we want to get it done in June to have a usable document for the 2021-22 season.
But that's why I say, I think it is such a massive achievement to be developing something that can truly be shared by many organizations working together to create a more equitable environment for theater artists in Milwaukee. I think it's really remarkable.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's important. is all I can say about that. So that's been the bulk of our work, but also, big kudos to and shout out to Jim Neuner, who's our treasurer, who pushed really hard, all the paperwork that man does. I swear to God, got it all done so that we became a 501c3 officially, just a few weeks ago. Yeah, it's a big deal. I'm not sure people fully understand the big deal that is and what that really means for the companies of the MTA and what our hopes are as far as advocacy and grant funding and the whole nine.
Yeah.
So that
I
was
don't know how Jim does it all.
I'm not sure he sleeps.
Like Minions?
I think he might have minions.
Yeah.
I think that's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, big amount of applause for him for that. And just the all the people on the Not in Our House committee, Katie Cummings, Rose Spice Kopishki, Kanita Hickman, Audwin Short, F. Marvin Hanna, Zach Woods. If I'm forgetting, I'm sorry. I love you all. But it's Friday and it's been a week. And so, but Amanda Hull, there are people inside the MTA that work their butts off for, at the moment, $0, and have done it just because of the importance and the real meaning and hope behind a better theater community in Milwaukee. And I mean, I personally hope that spreads to all of Wisconsin and the whole world, because I think what the point of it is that, we're middle America and we get sort of shit on as far as, oh, you got to go to Chicago or and I spent 10 years in Chicago. So I know the thing, or you got to go to New York or you got to go to, and I think what the attitude of Milwaukee is right now is that there's this real vibe that there is world-class theater that can be made no matter what level you're on. So that's ultimately what I hope the MTA can help accomplish is you got big hopes and dreams. Let's help you make those hopes and dreams a reality.
I like it.
So
Should we talk about the hopes and dreams people are doing?
Talk about the hopes and dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me find that document because I don't think I brought that up like I normally do.
We got bunches.
What's that?
We got bunches.
We got bunches. Now I'm just trying to. Where's my PDF? Where's my PDF? It's just that day, you know.
Are you keyword searching? Okay.
I you know, when you're trying to put technical things together and none of the technical things work, and you know, this whole thing, and I got so behind, and
it's over a year into the pandemic, and I still panic when I have to screen share. So
right,
there's like just a little bubble in my chest that goes. Ugh.
Yeah, and that's why I try to, you know, get all the documents together as early as I can so that you can lessen that anxiety to make just that very simple thing happen. And I didn't do that because, you know, it's the last one of the season, and why would I want to do anything to lessen my anxiety?
Yeah.
So, where am I? So I just think that this is just funny timing because speaking of anxiety, it's I just want to remind people that May, even though it's the end of it, is Mental Health Awareness Month, and you know, there is this whole movement, and I try to be as open as I can with my own struggles to really break the stigma. We artists are such a special breed of brains that are so different in so many ways. The creative brain, you know, does some amazing things, but it can also bring some challenges.
Yeah.
So just be kind, you know. Be kind and just think. Not
just to others, but to yourself, you say?
What? Not me. Not me. I'm just letting other people know that they need to be kind to themselves and others. I'm just gonna shit on myself all the time. Also, last chance here. It's Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Also, a wonderful community of artists that just Google Asian Pacific American Heritage Month and theater, and you will see some beautiful things. I assure you. So that is your task here at the end of the month. For that is to check that out. We're gonna jump into Pride Month next month, June. Say no to hate, stick with love. And as I was putting this together and thinking about Stop Asian Hate and Pride Month and the Milwaukee Theater Standards, I just, man, there's a lot of hate out there. And I think art is a path to easing some of that. I think it's a way to promote differences and ease fear about the different.
It's certainly a way to process and respond. I think it's a way through.
Yeah. So, you know, follow our social medias, and we'll do the best we can to give the big shout outs to all of our wonderful members of the Pride community throughout June. As far as our companies are concerned, Pink Umbrella Theater has classes happening soon. My kid is taking the musical theater class this summer, outdoors. She'll either love it or hate it. We'll see. She's a princess. She's got her own ideas. But you can go to Pink Umbrella Theater. That's a TER.org. Wonderful, amazing organization. As I always say, they are here to offer a theater experience and community to persons who identify with a disability, all disabilities, whatever you identify with. If you're looking for a wonderful community, check that team out for sure.
So many incredible teaching artists on this staff.
Oh my gosh,
it is quite the roster.
Oh my gosh, for real. Just amazing Milwaukee artists to spend your time with. Skylight has their kids' rights, also a very funny, just, wonderful, amazing kid-oriented program where kids write musicals and then professionals perform it. So you can imagine the hilarity that ensues from that. We all know
one of my favorite events every year. Every year. It's a great program.
But also they have next Wednesday, Skylight has their 2021-22 season announcement that you can join in on through Zoom and the virtual environment, and Michael Unger is gonna run through the amazingness. I know that somebody here might be involved in the Skylight season next season, and it's not me
yet. It's right in the middle there. I'm directing the little Ernest Shackleton Loves Me show.
Can you tell us a little bit
about that? It's a off-Broadway indie piece about an out-of-work or underemployed female of a certain age, Brooklyn-based composer who writes music for video games. And some magical things happen when there's a thunderstorm, I believe. I still have to get to know it better. But Ernest Shackleton emerges from her refrigerator and they fall in love.
I love this so much already. There's so much about what you just said that has me written all over it that I'm very excited.
January. I am pumped. It's a really cool score. It's really unusual and delightful, and has a lot to say about artistry and the spirit of adventure.
That's awesome. You can go to Skylight Music Theatre, TRE.org. If you want to do the season announcement thing, you do need to sign up for that because they'll have to send you the link to the virtual thing. So go there and check that out. 53212 Presents on their Sundays has this super cool event called Danceteria where they their DJ person right now is this musician named Alan Russell. It's like your morning church if you want to have a church experience, but it's just you can sign up for this. I believe that they are also doing some in-person COVID friendly abilities right now. So I would just highly encourage you that if you're looking for something a little dancey and cool, Check out 53212presents.org for their Danceteria events. There's their Sunday, so their next one coming up should be June 13th. So check that out. There's a thing here that's like next. Is that next week? Is that
our thing? It is next week.
It is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you could only dedicate like?
That has something to do with it. There's like kind of a lot to do because we've had a busy spring. But L'Orfeo is considered by many to be the first opera. It was written in 1607. And so we're going way back in the Wayback Machine to this one. And we're working with beloved colleagues at Aperi Animam, an early music ensemble in Milwaukee, to do a new adaptation translation of L'Orfeo. So it's the Orpheus and Eurydice story, music by Monteverdi, and then the adaptation translation by two Milwaukeeans, Danny Brylo and Joseph Crollo. So they have been working all year on this new English translation. So we will unveil it June 4th at the Florentine Opera Center in a live performance.
That's so cool. Is it just the one live performance? Because you have the three.
No, so we have 4 performances. They're all socially distant for the audience. So there's like, I think 20 some tickets left for the weekend. Each audience, there's room for 28 folks. So it's small, but we're gonna have the garage door up for ventilation, and the cast is fully vaccinated. So we're tiptoeing back toward live performance. That's
so cool. Awesome. But you can go to Milwaukee Opera Theatre.org for that. Yes?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Please do.
Village Playhouse has their monologue competition fundraiser. They take like 10 people, and then you can vote and donate and all this to raise money for Village Playhouse. You can go to villageplayhouse.org for that cool event. I have it on high authority that there will be a season announcement from the Constructivists soon. It's one of those things of I don't know if you know how things work. There's this thing called rights applied for moment of stasis, where you're holding your breath and crossing your fingers that they pick me. So we are planning on bringing the Nether back 100% for sure. That's what we are aiming for in the fall. It's not exactly a picking up where we left off, because we all know that nobody wants to do that. That there's a restart, but this was such a great show, and it just got cut short unfairly, which happened to everybody. But
I thought you were doing it just because I did not get to see it.
And too, Jill Anna did not get to see it, so we had to do it again. But it's a really, really super show that we want to bring back. And then so we just had to pick one, because we've got a small team, and the 2-show season is just right for us. So we have applied for something. We're just waiting. And then we're also working out a venue thing. That's also a thing that we're working on. So I was hoping that we could do a virtual event by the end of the month, but maybe not. Maybe beginning of June. But we're going to do it as soon as we know. You will know, and so sign up for our email list at the constructivist.org, or follow us on the medias, and we'll post that event as soon as humanly possible. Kids from Wisconsin, not only their tour, but they're putting together an event July 31st of 2021. It's like Milwaukee Arts Spotlight, and the Milwaukee Theater Alliance is trying really hard to get our companies involved in this event. It's just going to be a real cool celebration of arts in Milwaukee, and so we want to get involved in that. Two, we're hoping to use it as a springboard to put together our own event for the Theater Alliance for a couple of weekends. Is something that we're working on to spotlight Milwaukee Theater Alliance companies. And so that this would be something where each company would have a time slot and just do a 45-minute presentation or whatever it is, you know, to do it. I'm trying to sell the team on the Milwaukee Theater Alliance summer sideshow. That's what I'm trying to because I'm an alliteration freak, because I'm a nerd. That's what I'm trying to sell. So I'm putting it out into the universe right now. Not only because a lot of companies don't produce in the summer, so it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like a sideshow. And then theater has traditionally been the bastard child of the arts anyway. is what I, you know, when you think about, you know, opera and dance and, you know, we're just like the nerds at the, no? Okay.
We'll come back to that next season.
It just might be my low self-esteem coming through again.
Do we have to go back to the mental health awareness slide?
Yeah,
be kind to theater too, Jaimelyn.
So anyway, so keep an eye. I mean, first of all, you know, Kids from Wisconsin is such an amazing organization. My mom was in it. My aunt was in it. Yes, they were Kids from Wisconsin back in the day.
I had a Kids from Wisconsin bulletin board in my childhood bedroom.
Oh my!
Where I fastened my favorite programs.
But did you ever audition?
Nope. By the time I was old enough to audition, I was so extremely shy that I belonged to nothing.
Yeah, I mean, that was same here. I come from a singing family, and I'm just like, no, I can't. And dancing and singing at the same time, my brain, I don't think, is suited for, or at least traditionally has not been. Again, should we go back to the mental health? But kidsfromwisconsin.org is where you can check out their tour. And I forgot to put Summit in here. I'm just starting to think of like all the things now that I forgot to throw in here.
We can still talk about it.
Shakespeare in the Park has job availabilities for their Midsummer Night's Dream tour. If you're looking for any crew gigs, they're paid positions. It's paid arts work. So check out free shakespeareinthepark.org if you're looking for an awesome gig this summer. And then always have to give a big shout out to the hard work that Imagine MKE is doing, as a partner organization. Or they're really our overlord. They allow us to borrow this amazing platform to produce wonderful show programming in the virtual space. If you are looking to, and I try to stress that you should, to be an arts advocate, they have so much like copy and pastable things at imaginemke.org/act that if you sign up, they will just send you things and you can copy and paste and send to your reps, which is something that is very important to me, and I hope to be more in the coming years. That the Theater Alliance can be more active as far as yelling to our representatives about how the arts are.
I think that one of the things Imagine MKE has taught me over the last couple of years is that it works. The advocacy efforts do pay off in time, attention, and funding when well coordinated.
Yeah, we did get a bump in funding for the first time in, what was it, like over a decade, because of the work of all the advocacy organizations, not only Imagine, but what am I thinking? No, just left my brain. It's okay. Because I'm thinking about Summit's tour of A Winter's Tale is happening soon. They're in rehearsals. They were just on 2 weeks ago. If you want to check out, find out where they're going to be close to you. It's just a great group of people, also interested in accessibility and in getting the arts out there. So you can go to summitplayerstheater.org for that. And then Mr. Neuner sent me a thing about Mad Rogues has a class coming up this summer. So you need to go to madrogues.org for that. I think it's madrogues.org. Should I type it in and see if that's what pops up? .com. I knew we had some .coms in there. And
keep you on your toes.
Just to keep me on my toes, like you guys. Ugh. So, yeah,
I think there's going to be such a cornucopia of work pouring forth, starting right now, throughout the summer from all of the arts orgs in the city. So,
yeah.
I hope we can all find some time to reconnect with each other and to be able to let that creativity flow in the real world instead of only through digital means.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, because this has been helpful, but all of us can't wait to get back into the same room again. And I will try and get, a couple of things back together, especially with that Kids from Wisconsin event coming up in July. And I did touch base with Sherry Pinnell Williams about what's happening at Bronzeville. She's got some stuff coming up, and so we were going to reconnect in August. So there are things coming up that we still need to get back to you on, and you can sign up for the newsletter at the MilwaukeeTheaterAlliance.org, and you'll get all of that info right in your inbox.
And in the meantime, you're going to take a break.
I'm gonna. Not today.
No.
I'm going to go over to Sunstone this afternoon because I have not seen the renovations yet. So Miss Aurora and I are going to stop by there tomorrow or today, this afternoon, to check out all the renovations because they're almost ready to rock and roll as soon as humanly possible. Yeah.
I look forward to you posting photos for those of us who can't be there.
I will do my best, but normally I just go to things and I just like, wow. And then I leave and I go, I didn't take a single photo. So, yeah, but you got your event next week.
Yup. And then I need a little break.
And then you are.
We packed a lot into the spring. So
yes, you
a
did.
Little bonkers. I think we have a voice lab. We have one more voice lab for the year, the week after L'Orfeo. And then I think we're done for the season.
Okay.
And then it's all about, oh my goodness gracious, next season is already here. So we should plan that.
We'll be back with this in the fall, and then as I said, and I tried to find the graphic, and now I can't find the graphic. I do want to start. I'm intent on starting a project about, and I was just talking to a couple people about it yesterday about the non-equity web series about the ins and outs of daily life of storefront theater in Milwaukee, but just in the United States in general, of the hard work that goes into bringing a storefront show or a basement show or any of that to communities. And it's all about, I truly believe that if more people knew the work that really went into what we do, that it would be more respected and seen less as like a hobby or a flight of fancy or any of those things, and be seen as the job that it really is, and it should be respected and treated as such. And that's what that whole process too of trying to bring an awareness to our elected officials and really change the way that theater is seen in the world.
Mm-hmm. Let's get to that.
Okay. I'm on it. I made a picture.
I'm there for you.
When you're not producing 600,000 programs for Milwaukee Opera Theatre. Yeah. So, but yeah, thank you all out there for sticking with us this impromptu season. Go back and look at, all the other videos, and we hope to see
ready to tell us about more things.
More things.
Next things.
On You've Got a Thing, an interview thing about Milwaukee theater things, because it's funny. But thank you, and thank you, Jill Anna, for being such an advocate that you are.
You're a force, Jaimelyn. You are. Yeah, you know it.
Health slide. Where is the
mental? This is when Aurora usually walks in, but okay.
I'm actually truly shocked that she hasn't. I feel
like she has really good timing for things are wrapping up. It's time for my hug.
Yeah. We put on Zootopia.
I see.
If you haven't seen that, go watch that. It's a very sneaky, smart kind, like all Disney Pixar type things are now. But there's a very important message in there that I take to heart, which is try everything.
I will suggest it to my own young being.
I think your own young being should try that. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. If he would dig that. I don't know.
We never know.
It's really high energy, if that means anything. So yeah, but yeah. Thank you all. And we'll see you soon ish. Yeah.
Have a great summer.
Have a great summer.
And healthy and productive.
And we'll see you soon. You've got a